All right, so let's see, week 4, day 2. Still on that first week of the new phase. So for today's workout, I did my 5 to 10 minute dynamic warm-up, which varies depending on my types of exercises that I'm doing that day. Kind of try to mix and match that stuff that kind of goes along with the exercise that I'm doing. Sorry, my dog. So for today, I did dumbbell Bulgarian split squats, reset each time for 2 sets of 6. And then I did cable sissy squats for 2 sets of 8, dumbbell press for 2 sets of 8, incline fries for 2 sets of 8, 2-arm dumbbell rows for 2 sets of 8, single arm downward cable rows for 2 sets of 8 each arm, dumbbell upright row for 2 sets of 8, standing cable rear fly for 2 sets of 8, alternating dumbbell hammer curls for 2 sets of 8 each arm, dumbbell drag curls for 2 sets of 8, alternating dumbbell tricep press for 2 sets of 8 each arm, rope press downs for 2 sets of 8. And then, even though it doesn't necessarily quite go along with like what I'm doing for exercise, one of the things that I kind of wanted to talk about today, I guess, would be the like altered membrane transport, kind of how, still on like the cell signaling thing, insulin works. So the insulin will pop up and bind to the insulin receptor. That insulin receptor will then activate, which then gets glucose transporters to move to the cell membrane, so GLUT4. And then the transport of glucose from outside to inside the cell can be taken into place. So I guess like an example of that would be like someone that has diabetes, that'll be like deregulated in because they can't produce the proper amounts of insulin. So they can't actually have that altered membrane transport, won't be as predominant as it would be in someone like me who's not insulin resistant, doesn't have diabetes. And then the insulin, when we're eating food, will take in, that'll respond, glucose then can come into the cell, so then we can actually start our glycolysis. So glycolysis will then be able to take place within that cell, starting out with your hexokinase, splitting that glucose, going down the chain, so on and so forth.